get aligned with your partner before you taking any decision?
I think that sometimes the young couple also think they want something more, I want for today, I want to make a decision and I want to see the fruits tomorrow. And the life is not like that. We have to know that every tough decision will give us consequences and also some fruits.
Let's touch back on, because you started to talk a little bit about it, but I'd like to kind of really talk about individually both your sort of journeys to faith or where you started out of your faith. So we'll go with you, Bella, first. You could tell us about your journey to faith and your
that I come from a Christian background, a Catholic background. I got baptized in the Catholic Church. My family used to go there and take us with them. At some point, they decided to move some different denominations. And then I think that when I was like 15 years old, they met like a Pentecostal church. It's a very small Pentecostal church that they used to go. So I think that I started knowing about God since my 15. So, but since then, that I was not part of any church. I didn't baptize at that time. So when this year completes 13 years that I've got baptized, so I gave my my life to Jesus in the church that Raphael mentioned. And I think that all of part of my parents, my brothers, they are from the same, background. They are Christian. They go to the church. They got baptized as well. But I think that when I met Jesus, that I gave my life. Indeed, was when I was 23-ish. And it's interesting to mention this because before I met Raphael, I was single for more than 6 years. So I was like, I don't want to get any relationship that it's not the person that I'm gonna, get married. So I see God's hands, guiding me, to find the person that he was preparing for me. And I think that's it. Yeah.
But just to go back on that, like, when you say, so it was about 22, you sort of it became real for you to know Jesus for yourself. But I might have missed it, but how did you get into the Pentecostal church? Sorry, how did you kind of...
Yeah, I was part of a church for young people. Yeah. I don't know how can I introduce?
The Catholic?
It's the Pentecostal one, the new Pentecostal one.
So you joined that.
And I joined that. I started going to the service every week.
Just because you were interested.
Exactly.
It was like just to meet young people. Other young people.
It was a church very known in Brazil called Snowball Church.
Right. Okay.
And it's a church with, in a new Pentecostal, but lots of young people. Was not like Baptist that the people are very old. And then I was like, whoa, younger, they like Jesus. Okay, so it's interesting.
That was what kind of...
Yeah, and then I started, going to the church, and then I decided to get baptized. So I got baptized at that church.
And I guess your family must have kind of wondered like why you were getting baptized.
Yes, and at that time my brother has got baptized already, so I was the second one.
Oh, okay. So
and then came my mom, the third one, right. My father, okay. And then I have one brother that he didn't baptize yet, but maybe in the future.
So they kind of just sort of changed. You're like, this is real. This is...
And it's interesting because when I met Raphael, he was like, I will not go to this church. If you want to marry me, he was like, you have to follow me. I was like, I'm, 6 years single. I cannot lose this opportunity. No, joking. But and then we start going to the church that he used to go. And then I met the pastor who, who married us. It's amazing church. So I think that God was, preparing my heart for this situation. But I think that when back to 2012, I think that I, indeed, went deeply in
Yes.
God's
Yeah.
faith. Yeah.
So until that time, and then you met Raphael sort of online when he messaged you,
Yes,
5 years, 6 years
exactly.
later,
Yeah.
and so, Raphael, what was your journey then? Were you brought up in the Baptist church, or?
I grew up with Christian family,
Yeah.
both sides, from my mom's side and my father's side. I remember when I was child seeing my grandpa. He was the church accountant, right? She was doing the accounting, all this paperwork and those books that they used to have in the past. And he used to read for me all these Bible stories. I remember that there was a bookshelf with all of the stuff. And because we live in the same land, but different houses with my grandpa. And I used to go to his house, sit at the living room and say, I'm going to tell you a story today. Which one you want? I go there, pick up a book. And then that's where it started, right?
Yeah.
But then when I was, I don't know, maybe 13, 14, 15, and then I started drifting away, right? And many, many years after that, I'm here in London. And a friend told me, yes, let's have a dinner. There is a Brazilian. She's having her birthday in a restaurant. Let's go there, have a dinner. You met her. I said, okay, let's go there. And this lady is, she was maybe 10, 15 years older than me. Very nice lady. And then after dinner, she says, oh, let's everybody go to my home. So let's have a coffee or whatever there. So everybody goes there. And then I'm browsing, sitting on the living room, and I see some CDs. Do you remember CDs, right?
Yes, yeah.
So,
Still got some somewhere,
Yeah. And then I see some Christians ones. I say,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
so you Christian? She said, yeah, I go to school or to church every Sunday. I said, that's nice. And then she said, do you want to come one day? I said, yeah. So let's meet. Do you know the Gherkin, the building?
Yes,
the Gherkin,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
There is a church just by the Gherkin,
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
and that is the church that she was going. And then I go there.
Brazilian church or just a...
No, it's a church in England, right?
Right, okay, yeah.
And I'll go there once, twice, and then I start liking.
Yeah.
And there were different services. In the mornings, that go these more old people, and the evenings, more young people. I was early 30s. I was not so young.
Yeah.
But it still fits me better.
Yeah,
And then she used to go in the mornings. I said, no, now I want to go in the evenings. And what happened is, I know that's where I started everything again with my Christian journey. And I remember one day, I think it was like a Saturday or Sunday morning, I woke up after going out at night and having those crazy nights. And I woke up and say, wow, yesterday was really nice, was amazing. But I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling pride of myself, let's say. And I start to have such a, how can I say, a distress. I start feeling lonely, just bad thoughts. I say, why? What is missing? And then there's that click. I know what's missing. And then I think that was the Holy Spirit saying,
wow.
You know what's missing. And then I remember looking at the window and say, I know what's missing. God is missing here. So a couple of months later, I went back to Brazil. After that, a couple of months after that, I went back to Brazil. And then what really started my journey? Interesting things. Because I was working in this company in Brazil. When I came here, I worked for the same company. But when I go back to Brazil, 1 year later, right? So I came here March 2010. and I left May 2011. When I went back in 2011, there was no place for me in this company. So what I have to do is I'm going to have to find another job. So it took me 6 months to find this job. I went to many, many interviews. I'm telling you this. I'm very good on interviews, let's say. So I'm always prepare myself. I know what I have to say. I know these things. So I'm prepared to do interviews. And I remember having these amazing interviews during these 6 months. Nothing happens. No one calling me and say, "No, you got the job." And then we understand why those things happen. It's God guiding you. Because in these 6 months, what happened is I proposed myself. So when I got back to Brazil, saying I'm going to start reading the Bible. And in 6 months, I read the entire Bible from beginning to the end. And in 6 months, I baptized. So when I got back to Brazil, I started going to church, the same church that my mom goes, which is a Baptist church,
Yep.
just like 100 meters from home. So it's very, very close. And then I got baptized in 30th of October 2011. Right? 1 week later, I got a job offer. So in these 6 months, actually, God used for me to
Build your foundation.
To get you kind of
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what happened? 2 weeks after I baptized, I was already living 3,000 kilometers away from home. Somehow God knows. It's not like he did with Abraham. So you're going to have to leave this place. You're going to go elsewhere. Because there I'm going to work in your life. I'm going to work whatever I have to do with you. That's what God did to me. So he took me elsewhere, and then it's where my journey starts. And after that, as I said, wherever I go, first thing, find a church, and everything comes along.
Well, that's quite a story. That's quite a story. So, I guess the question I have is, you guys spent an incredible period of time away from each other in your early, the early part of your marriage, 6 months at a time. How did you, I guess to you, Bella, how did you cope with that, and kind of, what were the challenges there, and what would you say to other couples who might sort of face that situation?
You mean when he went to live in another?
Yes, living in another and leaving you pregnant.
Yes, you know that when we have got married recently when this happens, right? So, and then when he got this offer, it was a company that he has always dreamed about working there. And then I was there to support him. So I think that the first thing, the couple should be supporting each other in their dreams, because if I didn't support him when he got this offer and say, "No, go, everything will be fine," we might not be here today. So I think that we have to be partnered in supporting each other's dreams, because when we went to Singapore, I used to work for the same company for 13 years. So I was like giving up of everything that happened in my career so far to follow his dream. But it was not his dream. It was a dream about our family. Everything that could be, better for our family. So I think that the most important thing is to support each other and be aligned. Yeah, some people say, how are you going to know? How are you going to go out of this company that you used to work for a long time because of your husband? But yeah, we are only one. And we agreed between us that this would be a very, good experience for us as a family, for us as a couple. And I think that Raphael shared for the same thoughts, because I think that after we live Brazil, I think that our marriage and our relationship got stronger because it's, Raphael for me for Raphael, both of us for the kids and God for us. Yeah, we don't have our parents to support us. And so I think that it made us, much more stronger than we expected. So I think that the most important thing is support each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's good. Okay. I don't know, Raphael, to you. How do you feel that?
I'm hearing what she says, and it's basically this: since we got married, because I got married at not as young lad, right? So I was over 30s, 37. So a lot of thinking life. So to me, it was easy to understand some things that maybe young couples don't get it, that you need to get aligned with your partner before you taking any decision, right? Any important decisions, especially, right? And with God. So putting God aside just for a moment in terms of how do we relate to each other in this kind of things. When I got the offer to go to this other state for this company that I'm working today, I say, hey, I have a job here. You have a job here. If I go there, it's going to be hard because we are just 1 year, like in our relationship, in our marriage. So it's very recent. It's going to be tough for both of us. It's going to be hard for me that we're going to have to travel every week, going back. Sometimes you're going to have to go there and stay with me for the weekend sometimes. Yeah. It's not going to be easy. The life that we were living up to that moment was kind of like young couples, right? We're both working, coming home every day. Yeah. 7-ish, we have our dinner, no kids, so we can do whatever we want to. My parents, they lived just in the other floor, right? So we live on the 7th floor. My parents, they were living on the 8th floor in this flat. So to me, it was very comfortable. If I want to see my parents, I just go one stairs. It wasn't, let's say, the more comfortable decision, but we understood that there was a door that God was opening to us as a couple. Right? So we took that decision. It wasn't easy. Again.
Yeah, and I think that we thought much more a long term. Yeah, what we would expect for our life in a long term, and we are here 8 years later, living the fruits of the decision that we have made in the past. So yeah, I think that sometimes the young couple also think they want something more, I want for today, I want to make a decision and I want to see the fruits tomorrow. And the life is not like that. Yeah, we have to know that every tough decision will give us consequences and also some fruits. Yeah. When we decided to live abroad, for me was really hard because I have never lived,
Yeah.
Oh, we struggle a lot.
Struggle a lot. For me, it was like, I used to cry every single day, and I felt, you are going to a place that lots of people, dream about going there. So why are you crying? Oh. And I was like, I felt like I was completely, broken. I cannot. I don't know how I explain this in English, but it was like my mom was 5 minutes far from my house. Mom, I need your help here. Yeah. She was there. Every day we had some, afternoon tea with my father, with my parents, with my brother. So I was like, I will not have this anymore. But now I understand everything, and I don't regret. I think that is, if I have had this opportunity, to, as Raphael said, that he came to London, I didn't have this opportunity. But if I could go back in my past, I would say, I think that you have to live this kind of experience, because this make us grow as a person, as an individual, in our faith, in our emotions. So I think that, and we struggle a lot. You can tell more details, because he was like, why are you crying? You are not going to die. You are not going to,
Mr. World Traveller.
to suffer. You are going to Singapore, the most beautiful country. So I was,
That's where you see the different backgrounds. They clash.
Yeah.
Because the way I look at the things, because I'm always moving and I'm used to this, it was such an easy transition, right? And because I've been to Singapore before, I see how nice it is, how the life would be. I look at her crying and say, why are you crying? So you have no idea.
You have no idea.
We are going to such a nice place, such a good condition. You should be cheering up. But then, again, because I didn't marry early in my life, I can look and understand where she's coming from. So there's gonna be a big break.
Yes.
Yeah, there's gonna be a new situation in her life that she never experienced before. So it's okay for you to be afraid, right? It's okay for you to be insecure. But again, the most important thing is that we are aligned in every decision.
So you've mentioned being aligned many, many times. So I'm now going to ask, where are you not aligned? So, home decor.
No. Not
Alignment there?
aligned.
Who gets
I
to
want to stick, lots of things on the wall here. No, it's gonna hurt, and then we're gonna need to fix later. So, come on, okay.
So
Not
who gets
aligned.
to decide what gets put up on the walls?
Again, because I haven't got married at the early stage in my life. So eventually her will is the will we for house. Yes.
I think that's a smart
I think,
decision.
But that I have to prepare the business case.
Oh,
first,
right. You've got to prepare the business case.
Yes, business case, yeah.
Right. Okay. What about TV, television?
Oh, TV, we don't have clashes.
I'm not
No.
the best company for that, but
And to be honest, I'll tell you a funny story, right? So one day you say, let's go to the cinema.
Oh,
Let's
gosh.
watch a movie.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time we go to the cinema together. So
it was a date.
Yeah, it was a date. Right? So let's go to a movie. So I said, okay. And then I think it was during the week,
No, I don't
No, I think it was a Saturday or something like this. We go to a movie, right? I was very excited because first time we go to a movie together. She sat by my side, start watching, and when I'm watching something, I'm really focused on that, right? So I'm paying attention to the film. And then I start listening some noise. Yeah. And then I look around because I didn't know what's going on.
This was not on the script, neither.
And then I look at her. She was, sleeping so deep. I say, how is that possible? First time that...
But the point is, it didn't change
No.
until today, because that I'm not the best person to
watch
To
TV.
no.
And that's why the story
I think that
comes
because
from.
I feel my body relaxed, and then I think the 3 first minutes, I think it's enough for me to fall asleep.
What movie was it? Do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I just remember the story because you asked about TV. So it's
Yeah.
today with two kids,
This,
still on those ages, it's very hard for us to have our own time to watch TV and this kind of stuff. But when we have, and she said, let's watch a movie. I said, okay. A few years ago, I used to allow her to choose. Because she go, this one, and then, okay, this one is nice. And then we start watching. And then 5 minutes, she's sleeping.
Yeah.
I said, now I end up watching something that I don't like. And she's sleeping, right?
Oh,
so
man.
nowadays, what we do is, I start browsing.
and we're gonna watch
I said,
this.
I'm gonna watch this film.
Yeah.
And she said, but I don't want to watch. I said, you're not gonna watch the film.
Anyway.
You're gonna sleep in 5 minutes. And it's what happened, right?
Yeah.
And then I end up watching
I don't know
the
what
film.
happened with me.
So-
Really.
My wife Donna, so we'll be watching something on the TV, and we have to watch, I don't know, Pride and Prejudice or Bridgerton, whatever it is, right? She's got to watch that, right? So, and I would not get a say. So she would fall asleep. And after a while, so I'm usually just browsing my phone or playing a game or something because I'm not interested, right? I noticed that this show would finish, and then another show would start, and it'd be something else, something I don't want to watch. Well, she's asleep, so I would get the remote and I'd turn it to something I want to watch, and immediately she wakes up. Why did you stop my show? You know?
Well, at least I don't have a problem.
No, this is not an issue with us. Yeah, no.
The minute you change it,
No, sometimes when the
So
you know
the
the
show
movie
finished half an hour ago. It's like,
when the movie finished and let's go to the bed. So, what's going on? What happened at the end of the
then she
movie?
asked me, how about the film? What happened? I
I
said,
don't know
"Oh,
what happened,
don't
did
bother."
That's good. That's good. Do you guys drive?
Yes.
Is Brazil on the opposite side of the road, or is
Yes.
it?
Yes.
So, how have you managed driving here? Who's the best driver?
Well, by the fact I can say that I'm the best driver.
Yeah,
Right?
he's the best driver. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
our experience driving
You've driven
on the right side.
Different
Singapore.
places.
It started in Singapore,
Yeah.
right? Because there is just like here.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a couple of days just to get used
Yeah.
to the other side.
Change over. Yeah.
But it doesn't change much, to be
Yeah,
honest.
no.
Inside the car, there's no change. If the car is
Yeah.
Manual.
automatic one, so
Yeah.
you just put it there because you're using the other hand, right?
Yeah. You just swap over.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
put it there and it drift off. There's no an issue. Sometimes you have an issue when you need to turn right or turn left, and then you get confused in the beginning. But after a couple of days,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
for her it was the same. She drives well. So she had her own car in Brazil for many years. We
Yeah.
went to Singapore. The first couple of days she was a bit afraid of driving there, but then eventually she started driving.
Yeah.
Here was just a continuation. So
Yeah.
for us it's not a problem.
Yeah.
I think the most different here, everywhere that you go, you have a roundabout. For in Brazil, it's not so common. You
Yeah.
have,
Yes.
you know,
Right. A lot of roundabouts.
yeah,
we like
it's
our
not-
roundabouts.
yeah.
Yeah. We definitely.
But for
Yeah.
example, in Brazil, we have lots of traffic signal. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Traffic lights everywhere.
traffic lights, yeah, everywhere. So
Right.
this sometimes the roundabout I get confused because you have to be in the right lane if you go to
Yes.
the right. So yeah,
Oh yes.
Have you ever been? Have you
Yeah.
ever been driven to Hemel Hempstead?
sorry.
Hemel Hempstead. Have you been to Hemel Hempstead?
No.
There's a roundabout there, which has got like several roundabouts around it, and it's quite a funny one for the tourists because it's like just a mega roundabout with lots of different roundabouts.
Wow.
So you end up going you can end up going the one way round, going the opposite direction around the big roundabout because you're going all these little roundabouts.
This is an interesting thing, right? So although we already adults and grown-ups,
Yeah.
when you move to a new country, there is a lot of stuff that you have to start all over,
Yes.
right? For instance, when we came here, the simple thing as open a banking account is a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, so it took me a couple of days actually. I went to these banks here in the city center, all of them, a couple of times, to be honest. Lloyd's is the one that I have the banking account. It took me like 3 or 4 times that I have to go there just to open a banking account. So because here you have no history, you don't
Yeah.
have
Credit. Yeah.
you don't have
Credit score. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
even your address, right? Because when we came, we stay in an Airbnb for the first month.
Right. Yeah.
So you need to you need to prove your address.
You're
But
nobody.
I just arrived.
I just want,
It's-
get some
Yeah.
salary.
Yeah.
So all this stuff, paperwork, documents,
Yes.
you need to do everything, like starting from scratch.
Yeah.
So that's one of the hardships when you move to another country. But luckily
Yeah.
we are now
Yeah, we are.
settled
Yeah,
in
we
this
are
kind of
settled.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's what for you particularly, Bella? What is one culture shock of living in UK that you didn't expect, or one that just really doesn't make any sense?
I don't know if it's especially for the UK, but for example, in Brazil, when you met someone, here in the church, I think that's more common, but for example, at work, we used to kiss, hugs, and do some
Yeah,
kind of
right.
stuff. So we are more, warmly
No, more
welcome.
reserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here it's morning. The people are more,
Oh yes, how are you?
yeah,
Okay.
not too bad. Too bad. Okay, it's
Yeah.
bad, but not too bad.
Yeah. The understatement.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is for me.
Yes.
It's a bit. Yeah, I feel like I just want to hug. Hello, how are you doing? We used to touch much more.
There are touchy-feely people,
Yeah.
and it's okay. But I think British people, we just don't. It's not something we
Yes.
naturally do, But there are people who do.
And I think because here we have people from everywhere.
Yeah.
So you have people for, I don't know.
Yeah.
In Brazil, it's not common. You go to work, it's everyone is Brazilian. So
99.9%.
9.9. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
it's the same culture. You don't
Yeah.
feel so strange.
Yeah.
But I think that this is the most, I cannot say that the British people are cold. But
Yes,
we cannot
yeah.
be. But I think that this is
Reserved.
something that, more reserved. Yeah.
Yes,
More reserved
it is.
people.
We are not. I think English and British people are very sort of private.
Yes.
But you'll find as you go northward in England, you will get warmer people,
Okay.
I would
and
say
people will
that,
be a
yeah.
bit more warmer and a bit more open and chat to you on the street. You'll have strangers talk to you, but they'll talk to you about the weather and they'll talk to you about But sometimes you just get. I've had. I remember we moved to Rugby, and there was a little old lady in a cart going up the path, and we just stopped to look at a bird in the tree or something, and she stopped, and she started talking to us, and she before we knew it, we knew all about her granddaughter, and she was at university, and she'd, and that. So you sometimes get people who just will open up,
Yeah.
but it's not normal, but you'll certainly find that the more north you go, it's south, definitely people are very closed. Mm-hmm. And
I remember when I lived in London, right? I lived in this terrace house. It's like many, 10 each side. I don't remember knowing any of my neighbors,
Yeah.
right? Not even if I cross the person on the streets, I don't even recognize them.
yeah,
So
yes,
life
people-
is very busy there. People don't look at the other people's faces, and everybody's running. So you're always late for something. So here, where we live, we know all our neighbors. We don't
speak with them.
we don't speak
a
that
lot,
much, but we know how every time. Hey, hello, how are you? Are you okay?
they get some, deliveries
Yeah.
from us.
So some deliverers they deliver to our house. We give to them, and we
yes,
exchange
yeah,
this,
that's
right?
yeah,
But for example, our neighbors in Brazil. Do you have an egg too? I don't have egg here. I need some milk. It was, it's different.
so,
It's
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, and it's like I think you find that, and do you know? I think it's different now than it was 20, even 30 years ago.
I mentioned to Raphael a few days ago that it's interesting because in Brazil, everywhere that you go, you only hear people speaking Portuguese. So it's not common you go to somewhere and you say, this guy is speaking English. If you heard something like that, you say, oh, it's a guy from America or from,
Yes.
England. But here, everywhere that you go, you can, hear a different language. So this is very interesting
That
for us.
also,
Because it's very multicultural. Yeah.
It is, yeah. See
And in Brazil, we
Polish,
don't used to get this,
whatever else,
environment. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's part of like conquering the whole world, you know, and you know,
Yes,
it's like
Sure.
so
true.
everybody wants to come visit the place where it started,
Yes,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Um, what is one Brazilian habit that you refuse to give up here in the UK?
Interesting question. I don't know. I
I
never.
don't know, I've never thought about this. Habit.
Well, to be honest, just because you're moving to another place, it won't change much. Some things that you adapt, of course, as we were saying. So
Yeah.
I won't hug people. I would say, I know that people say hello, hello, hello.
Yes.
So you get
Yes.
used to and you
Yeah.
get along. You just,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, but most of the who you are, let's say,
yeah,
it doesn't change. So the way, in the way we treat our children, we see that's slightly different from the way that people from elsewhere treat them.
yeah,
In Brazil, we hug them a lot. We are always,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
showing affection, this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't change
no,
because
still
this
do
is
that.
something related to
Yeah.
our family, our core, right?
Yeah.
That won't change. If you go elsewhere, whatever you do, which is your core, it won't change.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay, well, what is one British habit that you've picked up then that you will, you know, keep with you?
Well, one thing that I like a lot here is that you respect the clock,
Yes.
right? Mostly, if something starts 10:30 really starts.
Yes.
And we have, this is not the Brazilian culture, but this is how we
Definitely
are.
not, yeah.
Right.
Remember having our dates. We say, what time you're gonna come here? Oh, we're gonna come here 4:30. Okay, 4:30 she was in my house. Or if I go to
Right.
her house exactly at that time,
Yeah.
and this is something that I have and I do admire here. Yeah.
In Brazil, if you want an event start 4 p.m., you have to book for 3 p.m. because you know that people will arrive
Yes.
30 minutes, an hour late. I think that the tea, you are more adept of the
I
The
drink a
tea.
lot of tea
yeah,
here.
much more
Right.
now.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But interestingly, I don't like the English tea.
With some milk, yeah.
No, and then I don't use
So-
milk.
Right.
Yeah.
Just black tea.
Yeah.
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 But the point is not black tea because I don't drink that tea.
Oh, you don't like the
I drink those like
The
cranberry,
Strawberry tea,
strawberry
yeah,
teas,
fruit
okay,
teas,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
stuff. It's still no milk, no sugar, which is
Yeah.
similar to you. But
Yeah.
I drink a lot of tea.
To be honest, we only put milk in the black tea. I think with the fruit teas, people tend to not drink
Yeah.
milk with that and everything. But
Some things that we used to do now that we didn't. I noticed that people here, because for example in Brazil, the lunchtime you eat food, rice, beans, some steak. I know that some people do
in Brazil,
in Brazil,
Yeah.
but here you don't see English people eating.
No, it's
sometimes
like
they eat some sandwich,
Yes,
something
yeah,
like
it's
that,
like
and some days we don't bring food to our job, and then we go, let's go to have a meal deal
Yeah.
from Tesco, and then we eat some sandwiches. But yeah,
I think that
think-
we pick up here is like the time we have our dinner.
yeah,
In Brazil, usually you have your dinner 8 o'clock,
7,
9 o'clock,
yeah,
late
Yes,
yeah,
in the
late,
day.
yeah.
yeah,
Here is like 6:30.
Yeah,
You're already
yeah.
having
Yeah.
your dinner, right?
it's an interesting one though, because when I used to work in London and we'd commute, we were usually eating around 7 or 8 because it was like that's the time
Yeah.
you get back from the commute, right? I think now working from home, which is what I do at the moment, it is normally around 6. What's one Brazilian tradition then that you think the British should adopt?
You should definitely have more holidays here, like national holidays.
Right, yeah.
You
We do
don't-
have a lot of national holidays. I think almost every day we've got a national holiday.
I think this year is gonna have
but we don't celebrate them. We don't have them off, right?
okay.
No, but I mean in the sense that you have the
Yeah.
day off.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So in Brazil, you have a lot of them.
Yeah.
That sometimes gives a very good breaks.
Okay, well, interesting. So, I think it'd be good to start the Mr. and Mrs. round.
Let's see how we're gonna do it.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right. So you don't have to take too long answering these questions, but if you do have a funny story to tell, then by all means. Who is more likely to start a serious conversation at the worst possible time?
Oh, that's probably me.
Raphael, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, men and women, they're very different, right?
Yeah.
And because of my engineer as well, so that makes things worse because engineer are very logic people. So if I have to do something at this time, I'm probably gonna start doing this time. I don't look at the overall picture of this stuff. So sometimes when we have to discuss something, I may not choose the best time to do it.
And
That's okay.
he always says, you have always to think what is gonna happen in the sense of the negative side of the situation. So you have to be prepared for the worst.
He's a project manager.
Because if something good happens, so you're gonna be, I always tend to think about the positive, what is gonna
Hope
be.
for the best, plan for the worst.
Yeah,
is what I say.
that's that's what I think.
You have a sentence that you said, be prepared for the worst.
That's what he says.
And
He
there's,
just
yeah.
said, hope for the best,
But
prepare for
yeah,
the
exactly.
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's live by that. Who takes longer to get ready when leaving the house?
I would say
You.
no, but we don't.
Can I say something?
No. I just take longer for shower because I love showering.
Sometimes when we have to leave, he just
okay.
deciding, cutting his nails, 5
Oh, yeah.
minutes before we
That's
leave.
true.
Yeah.
I need to shave. I'll shave just like before leaving.
He had the whole week to cutting his nail, but he decided to do it 5 minutes before we leave.
Before we leave, yeah.
So that something that Donna does, my wife. So like she'll say, "Get ready, we're getting ready to leave." It's like, and I'll be like, "Right now?" She's like, yes. So I'll get ready. I'll put my jacket on, clothes on. And then the last thing I leave is my shoes. I can listen. It's not ready yet. She's still kind of so I'll go sit down, and I'll sit on the couch, and then I might. Okay, well, still waiting, so I might just put TV on, just see what But I'm ready to go because my all I need to do is put my shoes on. And I'm ready to go, and she will just come like down the stairs or from the other room, and she'll go, "Come on, then, I'm ready. I'm waiting for you."
Yeah, I'm ready. More than 10
She
minutes.
should have got ready. She's put everything together, got ready, snipped past, and she goes, "I'm waiting for you now." It's like. Okay. Who would survive longer on a desert island?
She wouldn't survive 5 minutes.
I don't think, yeah.
Right.
No, I don't.
Just
Pretty
because,
clear
again, she doesn't assess risks properly.
Yeah.
If I'm going to have a shower, the first thing I check, where is my towel? Right? My towel is there. Okay, so then I can have a shower. Okay.
Yeah,
So before I assess things, before I start doing
You
it,
understood already, yeah.
yeah, she's having a shower 10 minutes after she's in the shower.
Get my
Say,
towel.
oh, can you please get my towel? Oh, every time. So
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Who's the better negotiator when buying something?
well, yeah, that's her job actually. So
Yeah, you know that I have a sales background as well, so I think because of that, I
Right.
used to negotiate a lot. I am a kind of people. For example, I want to buy this mug here. For example, it's £10. I will, try to negotiate at least £1 less, and Rafael will say, "No, pay £10. It's okay. It's not an issue. It's only £1." No, but yeah, it's £1. If I can reduce £1, it's good. So I am the person that negotiate most, I think.
yeah, she's a better negotiator than me. Yeah.
There you go. Project manager and sales manager.
Yeah, and
Good
yeah.
team there. Okay, this is one to you, Raphael, right? What would Bella say is your worst habits?
I don't have worse.
Yeah, I would say I don't have. But
You know?
well, things that she may not like it is that I'm not sure if there is this book in English, but it calls the laws of love or language of love,
Right.
something like this. It's how
Love
you
languages.
demonstrate that you
5 love languages.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yes.
So we are very different in this sense, okay? And sometimes I simply don't acknowledge that. So I know that she loves getting gifts and celebrate some special dates and this kind of stuff.
Romantic thing.
Yeah, and sometimes I just
He doesn't.
and I know
Give me
that she
three
doesn't-
options.
Yeah, and I know she doesn't like.
Give me 3 options of gift that you would like to have. So, okay.
But it's just like who I am. It's very hard for you to change that, and I know that this is something that she probably doesn't like very much.
Is that true?
Yeah,
definitely.
it makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would Raphael say are your worst habits? Or one of your worst habits?
That I don't assess the risks.
That's what you mentioned.
That I don't plan.
Raphael, what's the best present that Bella ever got you?
Oh, tickets for Formula One.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
What-
true.
what's
simple as that. I love Formula One.
He didn't want. He didn't want. And I forced him. You have to go because we were in Singapore when he went to the Formula One.
right, yeah.
Because the ticket's very expensive. He was like, oh, but I don't want to spend such, I was, go, you never know. You have to go. You are, Formula One fan. So you have to go. It's a unique experience. So, and he went and thank you.
Oh, it was very good.
Okay. And what's the best gift that Raphael's gotten you so far?
I think that
She need to list. Put on a list. There's at least 10 items.
no,
list.
I think that some gifts that he gave me on the last celebration was jewelries. So I think that I have some rings, some this gold necklace. So I like winning some jewelries.
Well, and of course the children.
The
eh?
children's, of course, the children's are the
The best
best.
gift
Yeah,
ever. So
best. Yeah,
That's nice. Nice
Yeah.
you still consider them a gift, you know?
yeah.
So, apart from you, what is one thing that Bella couldn't live without?
God.
God.
That's a very spiritual answer.
Yeah. But apart from God.
Apart from God, I can say family.
Yeah.
Now, our children, of course, which is
Mm.
the most important thing for us, apart from our spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that she is very attached to family.
Mm-hmm.
So, firstly is children, and then her family, her parents, and her brothers. So,
And so beyond, family and God, is there one other thing?
well, her friend, she has a special friend who speaks to her
She will
every
be proud
day.
of you
Yeah.
when she watches it.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
they have
Good,
a special, very special relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's very nice.
Yeah. Is that friend back from Brazil? Or,
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a friend of mine since that we are like 10 years old, so we're still friend.
What's one thing that, aside from God, family,
And
you-
parents and
what parents? What's one thing that Raphael couldn't live without?
maybe I don't know, doing some exercise, I don't know, watching Formula One. I have no idea.
Pretty much, as long as you've got your family,
Yeah,
and
because
friends,
we are
and
not
Kind
you-
of detached
sort of-
person.
yeah.
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 I change habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
don't care much about all this stuff. If I have the core, let's say the
Yeah.
family,
That's the most important
yeah,
thing.
yeah, whatever comes after,
Great.
Yeah.
Well, there's one last question we ask all our guests. So I guess you can each answer this question as well. But you rock up to the pearly gates of heaven. St. Peter hands you a disposable camera. You know what disposable camera is? Like a camera where you click and then
Ah,
film out,
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Disposable camera. What's the first picture you're taking? And Bella.
Oh, yeah. Oh gosh. I think God sitting on the throne. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Raphael?
I would take a selfie with Jesus. So he's my hero.
Yeah.
Say, come on here, let's have a quick
Yeah.
one.
There's a lot of people. There's more people who've said that selfie with Jesus. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, there's people. I think there's been
Yeah,
a few
because
people who've said
sometimes
that.
we try to realize this, images. So I think that when we stay face to face, we will be wow.
Yeah, I think that. Okay, so getting back to the scriptures and this kind of stuff. So, Bible says that we can't even imagine how it's going to be, how marvelous, how amazing the heavens are going to be, right? We have some descriptions of the New Jerusalem, the streets made of gold, all that stuff. There will be no night. God will be the light. So it's very hard to think. So what would be the first thing that you would? But because Jesus is what I long for most, let's say, I think he would be the one to say, no, come here, let's have.
I think I'm gonna have to change the question. I think I'm gonna have to ask right. So, picture of Jesus, picture of God, picture of your friends. It's like, what's your fourth? I think I need to ask that because everybody's like very spiritual.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh well, I just take a picture of the scenery. It's like I think everybody's very
because I think it's on Revelations, right? So you have the description of what the New Jerusalem will look like. You have a lot of details. It's gonna be amazing, I'm sure. So so let's put the spirituality aside. Let's say that I'm a tourist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So that's like being a tourist. I would love to see what would look like streets made of gold. How shiny it would be, right? That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Going back to spirituality, in the sense just by curiosity, right? Revelations also show us how Jesus will be when he comes back, with his eyes full of flames and his white robe and the stuff. So I think seeing Jesus in that form will be something really amazing, because in our minds we have that picture of the nicey Jesus, the lamb, those
Long
white
hair,
guy
the
with blue eyes, very friendly face. But because he now comes as a lion, to exercise judgment, this kind of stuff, he will come with the sword. That would be amazing. A picture from that Jesus, that would be very nice.
Yeah.
It certainly will be interesting to see the full appearance of of the Lord in all His glory. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, and to commune with the Lord as well. Just like the disciples did.
Yeah.
They had a privilege there that we don't have right now. So.
Yeah.
That would be very nice. We long for that day, yeah?
Yep. We do. So, well, thank you guys for coming on and for giving us a bit of your story and a bit of your journey from Brazil to the UK. We're really glad to have you here and
Thank you so much.
good to get to know you. And Really glad you're fitting into rugby,
Yeah.
enjoying the weather
Yes.
and the people, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
We love it. I'm really loving here. I'm loving the church.
Yeah.
So we are very comfortable in the sense that we feel welcomed, and people are nice and friendly with us, with our children, our family as a whole. So the church is really a very good part of rugby for
Yeah,
us. So we
definitely.
are very happy with the church.
And thank you. We haven't thought about staying here for this, 1 hour and a half, I think, but it was amazing experience. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for inviting.
Well, thanks for joining us once again and listening to that podcast episode. We hope you enjoyed the content. And if you haven't already, subscribe, whichever platform you're listening on or watching from. And we'll catch you again for the next episode of Life Explored.